Michigan Out of Doors Online is brought to you in part by Big Fish Charter Services in Elginak. Experience a world-class muskie fishery on Lake St. Clair for predator fishing, or a once-in-a-lifetime trip on the St. Clair River to tangle with a prehistoric lake sturgeon at Big Fish Charter Services. It's all about big fish.
Welcome to Michigan Out of Doors. I'm Jenny Olson, and we've got an exciting show for you this week. I'll take you to Hillman, Michigan for some waterfowling action, but before we get to that, we have a couple of amazing deer hunts to share with you.
Well, that's right, Jenny. We have got a jam-packed show for you, and with this weekend being the opener of the firearm deer season, deer hunting is taking front and center stage across the state of Michigan, and it is on this week's show as well. Gabe Van Wormer is going to show us his skills with a longbow. Jordan Brown and his wife are going to be hitting the woods on a hunt that they won't soon forget and you won't want to miss. If we have time, we're going to show you a quick picture of the buck that my son shot, his very first deer, and we're going to bring you our annual poem to get you ready for the firearm deer season, Palace and the Popples. So much on this week's show. Make sure you stay tuned. I'm Jimmy Gretzinger, and it's time for Michigan Out of Doors.
From the first spring rains to the soft summer breeze, dancing on the pine forest floor, the autumn colors catch your eyes. Here come the crystal winter skies. It's Michigan, Michigan Out of Doors. Someday our children all will see this is their finest legacy, the wonder and the love of Michigan. As the wind comes whispering through the trees, the sweet smell of nature's in the air. From the Great Lakes to the quiet stream, shining like a sportsman's dream, it's the love of Michigan we all share.
Michigan Out of Doors is presented by Greenstone Farm Credit Services, making recreational land ownership possible across Michigan and northeast Wisconsin. Begin your land financing journey at one of Greenstone's 37 locations or visit greenstonefcs.com. By the Ultimate Sports Show Tour, producing consumer shows including the Ultimate Fishing Show Detroit, January 7th through 10th at Novi's Suburban Collection Showplace. The show features fishing tackle, fishing trips, fishing boats, and seminars on every Michigan game fish. The Ultimate Fishing Show Detroit, January 7th through 10th. By Country Smokehouse, offering a variety of meat products. Country Smokehouse is located 3 miles south of I-69 on M53, just south of Imlay City. Country Smokehouse is a meat processor, a butcher, and a destination for sportsmen.
We all have one, that perfect spot, a special place we go to smooth out the ripples of the day. Our perfect spot is calling. Our perfect spot is Pure Michigan. Your trip begins at michigan.org.
Well, we kick off this week's show in the bow stand down here in southern Michigan, where I was able to spend some time with my wife on a quest for her very first buck with a bow and arrow.
Coming into the 2015 season, one of my main goals was to help my wife get her first buck with a bow. And after a few close calls and passing up some smaller bucks, we were back in the tree on Halloween.
So it's October 31st, Halloween morning, and we're in a stand that we have not set yet this year. We're hoping that we will see quite a few bucks. We've got a lot on camera over this way, so we're just hoping a nice one makes its way towards me. It's actually really nice out right now, but we have a pretty wicked storm coming in later this morning, so we're going to sit as long as we can until we feel raindrops coming.
So coming into the 2015 deer season, I was really looking forward to hopefully killing my first buck with a bow. I started bow hunting probably about 5 years ago, and within my first 5 minutes of my first hunt, I successfully harvested my first doe with a bow. So kind of had pretty easy expectations, and then realized very quickly that it's not always that easy. So it's been 4 years now without killing anything with my bow, and over the years sitting with Jordan, I just really got used to seeing really nice big bucks, and I kind of felt like I had to wait for something that was bigger than what I was wanting to shoot, just because you grow used to seeing that. And I realized that, you know, I needed to get a few under my belt first. I wasn't as experienced as I should be in order to kill something of that size. So this year I kind of went in with different expectations and was just really excited to see something that got me excited.
After a couple of close encounters with other deer, we finally had a shooter buck make its way into the field. And a couple of grunts later, he was headed our way.
I think he's a 6. I can't tell for sure. Can you shoot him right there? No.
If he stops, like right now.
Wait. Okay.
Let him know. Let him keep walking. Keep walking.
No. Stay still.
Well, this buck ended up getting a little too close and never presented us with a good clean shot. That's just one of the reasons why bow hunting can be so difficult and so rewarding when it all comes together.
Deer coming in, they're just not doing what we want them to do.
After that encounter, I thought that my morning probably would be done at that point, but I just came into that hunt having a really good feeling, and like I said, we just had action around us all morning, so it was hard to want to get in even though there was a pretty big storm coming our way. So we decided to sit a little while longer. As we started to kind of get stuff moving to head down, we already had the camera off, my release was off. I mean, we were really thinking we were getting down, and then I look over and I saw a doe running across the field. So I told Jordan, and he looked, and sure enough, a buck was coming in following her. And the first time I got a look at the buck, I knew he was something I wanted to shoot. It got me excited. It got my heart racing. So we real quick, before they could see us, got everything back set up. I don't know how we did it, but we did. And he came in exactly how we wanted him to. We actually were able to grunt him in. So we pulled him off his doe, and he was interested. And as he started moving in, I was getting really excited, thinking I was about to kill my first buck with my bow.
Draw back. Aim a little high. He's pretty close to 30. Right. Sorry, just take your time. Just let him be calm. Watch him, just watch him. Watch him.
Okay. So it's Halloween, October 31st, and we are in the woods right now. We actually were getting ready to load up and head out because there's a pretty big storm coming our way. And then I saw a doe run. So Jordan took his binoculars and looked, and sure enough, there was a shooter buck coming in. So we real quick got everything set up again, and it came in, and there's a little miscommunication between Jordan and I, but it stopped, and I had to reset and took a shot. He ducked my arrow, that's for sure, but we're thinking it was a nice shot. We're hoping that I at least single-lunged him. We saw him run off. He ran into some thick stuff, so we're gonna give him some time. We're gonna go back and check out the film, see what we see, but fingers crossed we got it done on Halloween, so film my first tag.
So after watching the footage back probably dozens of times, we decided to back out and give the deer plenty of time. I felt confident in the shot, but he ducked it quite a bit more than we were anticipating, and we just wanted to make sure that we gave him enough time. And so we decided to back out and wait till the next morning. So it was a very long night for me, wanting to know if I killed my first buck, but we knew that it was the right move to back out and to give him the time he needed.
November 1st today, shot this buck yesterday on Halloween around 11 o'clock, and came back today. It was just not the right conditions. We weren't too sure where the shot hit, but still pretty confident that I got him, and here he is. So it's a beautiful buck. This is my first buck with a bow. It's a pretty surreal experience right now. This is 4 years in the making for me, and I have had, I've learned a lot of lessons in the woods, that's for sure, over the last 4 years, and I am very fortunate that I have some property owners that let me hunt their land. It's a beautiful land out here too. It was just a really awesome hunt. This is a beautiful deer, an awesome first buck, and I'm just ecstatic right now. I don't know what to say.
there's nothing like notching a tag on a buck you've waited years to get, and being able to witness someone else do it is almost as much fun. This is one hunt I'll truly never forget, here in Michigan's Out of Doors.
Well, special thanks to Jordan and Angela for letting us tag along on their hunt and to share that experience with us. It is so cool to see somebody get their first buck, and I had that experience this week as well. I was out hunting with my 12-year-old son, Charlie, and I was being dad and cameraman, and we were hunting off the ground with a crossbow, and he was able to stick a very nice little 8-point, just a phenomenal buck. But when it came down to the moment of truth, I had to set the camera down to kind of help him out, range the deer, make sure that it had 3 points on one side because we were hunting in the APR zone up there in the northwest part of the Lower Peninsula. What a phenomenal hunt. I think I was, well, I know I was more excited than he was, but getting that first deer, that first buck, that first doe, whatever it might be, such a great time to be in the woods. And speaking of great time in the woods, our own Gabe Van Warmer spends probably more time in a tree stand than just about anybody I know. And he does something that I've never really heard of anybody else doing, and that is self-taping yourself while hunting with a longbow. Here's a great hunt with our own Gabe Van Warmer.
Early November, and I'm back in one of my favorite stands. It's just the perfect traditional setup. We got bedding area on that side, bedding area on this side. Bucks move in between and back and forth. We still got some standing corn over here. I've cut cornfield over here. Just everything a buck needs, and we got a cold front finally. That warm front just moved through. Cold front is hitting as we speak. It's gotten colder today as the day went on. And tonight it's supposed to get real cold. Tomorrow morning should be fantastic. But the front edge of this cold front in early November is something you have to be in the tree stand for. You should not be at home watching TV. If you're watching Michigan Outdoors, you need to be in the woods. Tape it, go hunting. There's a nice buck coming. I got a nice 8-point coming here. There's another one. There's another buck coming right there. That's a nice buck. Oh man, that was awesome. All night long I have bucks all around me, and Man, I had a really nice one right down here, about 30 yards. Just would not come in. And while he was wandering around down there, another 8-point came right over here, came right into me. And I hit him a little high on the first shot and had to put another one in him. But, oh, that was an exciting night. Oh, man. What a beautiful night to be out. The first cold snap we've had all year long, and the bucks were on their feet. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. That was one of the best hunts I've ever had. Unbelievable. This buck, he was one of 5 different bucks that I saw. I've had a really slow year, have not seen very many bucks, but he was a huge bodied deer. I had a bigger buck out in front of me by rack size, and this baby came in and he was a much bigger deer. I couldn't believe it. I wasn't going to shoot him at first. I saw his rack and everything, and I thought, well, that's a nice buck. But boy, once he got in here, you could see this is one brute of a buck. I took up longbow hunting a few years back because I wanted to make hunting enjoyable again, and it has become just unbelievably enjoyable. I absolutely love hunting with a longbow. It makes it that much more difficult, but yet the rewards are unbelievable. Take a look at this baby. What a nice buck. Very happy with this. Very rewarding.
A few weeks back, I got an email from one of our viewers. Adam Basil said, hey, I'm up here in Hillman. We've got farm fields that are full of literally hundreds of geese and ducks. You might want to get up here and do a hunt with us. And that's exactly what I did.
Yeah. Well, today we're going to go behind the barn here. There's about 500-600 geese and 200-300 mallards.
Wow, is that normal?
Nah, well, in the flights it is. You know, they coming down, and
So you expect this to happen quick?
it's gonna happen quick.
How many guys do you have?
We're running 5 guys today, so we'll be able to get 10 geese and like 40-50 ducks.
All right. I'll do my best to get it all on camera.
Oh, you're gonna get it. You'll get it.
Cool. All right.
It sounded like this morning was gonna be one for the books. Adam and his hunting partners got set up and ready to go. Joining Adam were his cousin Taylor Knopsey and friends Mike Flogger, Ben Hubert, and Chad Krushinski. With the decoys set and the blinds all camoed in, we were ready for shooting light. The ducks were up and flying before I even had enough camera light, and then the action began.
Oh yeah, that's
Jenny,
cool.
ever had a wood duck land on your camera?
We chopped a lot of corn and combined a lot of corn, and as soon as we did that, they started piling it in. Usually takes a couple days for them to fly in here. It's something different than they're used to when you got 11-foot standing corn and turns into bare ground. So yeah, they started flying in, and then the cold weather up in Canada started pushing the ducks and the geese both down here, and we got a river, that Thunder Bay River, that runs through our property, and them ducks really hang to that river all the time, and they just end up coming out here. We had a lot of mallards and wood ducks. We had wood ducks really flying early, and we kind of held off on them, waiting for the Miss Olson here to give us the go-ahead on to shoot some.
That is one challenge when you invite a camera along for the hunt. More often than not, legal shooting time arrives and there's not enough light for the camera to see. These guys exhibited some great patience and held off on some awesome flights of wood ducks this morning, but there were lots of mallards in the air and plenty more shooting opportunities to be had. They didn't bring any dogs along this morning, so they took a quick break to round up their quarry so far. Mike found a couple of ducks that looked like hens but were actually immature drakes, and Adam retrieved a beautiful trophy.
Yeah, it looks like a hen, but we gotta cross
Oh, beautiful, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Cool. What do you think so far this morning?
Doing good. Got this 3 crow mallard.
So how much land do you guys have here that you farm?
We got 800 acres. Like 750 is tillable. And the rest is pretty much woods and river and whatnot. Yeah, I was pretty heavily into deer hunting when I was younger, a lot, up until about 4 years ago. Then all these guys started me into waterfowl, and there's nothing better than it. When you sitting with your friends out in the blind and you don't have to be quiet, that's pretty cool.
These guys truly work hard and play hard together. Most of them are farmers here in Hillman and lifelong friends.
Well, me and Taylor are cousins. We grew up together. And then Ben, he's just been around with my brother growing up. And then we started hanging out. And them other 2 yahoos over there just become good friends to us. And we all work together. We all own decoys and layout blinds. And, we all pitch in when we need to.
Well, Adam was right about the number of ducks and geese using his farm fields here. We had seen literally hundreds of both out here this morning, but sometimes even a good scouting session the evening before can turn into a completely different story the next morning. The guys were quite frustrated watching flock after flock of geese bypass their spread and land a few hundred yards away in a hayfield when just the night before they were still feeding in the cut corn. Adam says the harsh sunlight didn't help either because it casts shadows on the layout blinds and the oversized decoys and creates a different look that the geese just don't like. Even though it might not have been perfect conditions for waterfowling, it was a beautiful morning to be out here. The guys were able to scratch out a few more birds today, but nothing like they're used to. I think it's safe to say they'd do it all over again in any case.
Everything worked out pretty good. We had a little trouble with the geese this morning due to lighting issues and stuff like that, but that's why they call it hunting and not killing. So there ain't nothing we can do about it. It's just one of them days. We'll sit till 10, see if we get any stragglers around here, see what happens. Stay tuned. Right there.
Even though they didn't limit out, the guys did pretty good out here with 4 geese and 18 ducks for the game bag. They made quick work of picking up the gear, headed back home to clean birds, grab some breakfast, and hit the fields to combine corn and cut beans. I have to tell you, it was pretty refreshing to spend a morning with these hardworking young men. In a day and age when it seems most young people want to work less and earn more, Adam, Taylor, Ben, Mike, and Chad work harder than most and love what they do. And that's what it's all about here in Michigan's Out of Doors.
Thanks for joining us this week for Michigan Out of Doors. Make sure you stay tuned. Next week, we'll be showing you how we all did out in the woods for firearm deer season opening day, which is this weekend. I'll be up in Bad Axe, Michigan, up in the Thumb area, checking out the deer hunting there, and the guys will be in all different parts of the state. We are pretty excited about it.
Well, it is hard to believe that this weekend is the firearm deer season opener. Gabe Van Wormer is going to be in the northeast part of the Lower Peninsula. Jordan and I will be both kind of in the mid-Michigan area. It should be a lot of fun. We'll have those stories over the next couple of weeks. Now, we are just ending a trail cam contest on Facebook. So if you are not on Facebook and you got some really good trail cam pictures, make sure you get on our Facebook page and post those. We're going to have some really cool prizes to give away for that. And we're going to be starting a most unique deer blind competition, and that's also going to be run on Facebook. So if when you're up there at deer camp this year, if you've got a rather unique deer hunting blind that you think people should take a peek at, take a picture, post it on Facebook, and then our friends at Greenstone are putting together a really cool prize package for that as well. So all that's being run on Facebook, so check it out there. And make sure that you're joining us over the next couple of weeks because we have got so much happening with the firearm deer season opener and other stuff that's happening in the outdoors as well. And what we're going to do to kind of end this week's show is we're going to show you a poem that hangs in the deer camp that I grew up in. It's called Palace in the Popples, and this is just to get you excited for the upcoming firearm deer season this weekend. Good luck, everybody.
It's a smoky, raunchy boar's nest with an unswept, drafty floor, with pillow-ticking curtains and knife scars in the door. The smell of a pine knot fire from a stovepipe that's come loose mingles sweetly with the boot grease and the Copenhagen snooze. There are work-worn 30-30s with scratched and battered stocks and drying lines of long johns and steaming, pungent socks. There's a table for the bloody four and their game of two-card draw. There's deep and dreamless sleeping on bunk ticks stuffed with straw. Frank's been drafted for cook again and is peeling some spuds for stew, while Bruce wanders by in baggy drawers reciting dangerous Dan McGrew. Nowhere on earth is fire so warm or coffee so infernal, nor whiskers so stiff, jokes so rich, or where hope blooms so eternal. A guy could live for a solid week in the same old underbritches and walk like a man and spit where he wants and scratch himself where it itches. I tell you boys, there is no place else I'd rather be come fall, where I eat like a bear and sing like a wolf and feel like I'm bull pine tall. In that raunchy cabin up in the north in the land of the deer and the loon, with the tracking snow lying new to the ground at the end of the rutting moon.
Michigan Out of Doors is presented by the Michigan chapters of Safari Club International. For over 40 years, SCI has been protecting hunters' rights and promoting wildlife conservation here in Michigan and around the world. SCI chapter locations can be found on the web at firstformichigan.org. By Propane, Clean American Energy. Propane retailers promote the safe use of Michigan-produced gas energy in homes, farms, and businesses across our great state. Learn more at usemichiganpropane.com. By Jay's Sporting Goods, with locations in Clare and Gaylord. Jay's, serving the Michigan outdoor enthusiast since 1971 with a wide variety of outdoor products. The gear, the knowledge, the tradition of Jay's. On the web at jaysportinggoods.com. Closed captioning is provided by the Michigan Propane Gas Association. Clean American Energy. Propane realtors promote the safe use of Michigan-produced gas to outdoor enthusiasts across our great state.
When I wander far away, a dream stays with me night and day. It's the road that leads to my home state. I am a Michigan man.